This is part 38 of making it so I'll never have to kickstart my bike ever again. In my last video, we got a bunch of the stuff printed and ready to go for today. And then today I had just enough bearings show up in the mail to do a dry fit. So right away, I started putting everything together, inserting the shafts, getting the worm gears hooked up. And once it was all assembled, I was really happy with how it all came together. There's nothing quite like holding something that was in your brain like 3 days ago. So if you haven't done it before, I definitely suggest making something and printing it. It's so cool. After that though, it was out to the garage to put my, case back on my bike. So the first thing I did was I slid in my kickstart shaft and then I just threw the case on with like 2 bolts. And with that, it was dry fit time. So my first impressions when I held it up to the bike was that it actually didn't really fit at all. And this is a big bummer because I actually thought I nailed this one. Not gonna lie, I immediately jumped on blaming not having a 3D scanner. But once I realized that blaming a 3D scanner isn't gonna make this work, I went inside and disassembled it and brought it back out to do some more loose fitting. And what I found is that I actually didn't mess up that bad. When I took some time and actually oriented it properly on the side of the bike, it actually looked like it was kind of fitting properly. It started to actually hug up against the frame a little bit to like a reasonable amount. And this is what I really wanted from the first place. So what I did is I just kind of held it in place with some zip ties. This was to kind of give me an idea of what I need to change because obviously it didn't fit perfectly. And while it was zip tied up, I also took a 3D scan of it. Overall though, at the beginning of today, I thought it was going to be kind of a failure of a video, but it actually turned out not too bad. I just need to tweak some certain aspects of my design and I think it should actually fit how I want. And I actually just used my last bit of 3D printing filament, so I have some more coming in this weekend. But until then, it looks like we're doing what I do best, which is revising and redesigning.